Hello there to all my pro gamer friends. Now today we're going to be wrapping up the Create a Sim part here in this episode before we move on to the more exciting things. Now besides from making the sim how you want, from occults to, traits, to picking up about the right aspirations that are right for you and more, or even just choosing to be a ghost. But one thing that you should also recommend, and this is something that I highly recommend for those who are either trying to, this also depends too about what packs and stuff you have and more, because sometimes you might not see some of these depending about if you don't have the specific ones or not. But these can also, but this one though, I know for sure that you all will have when you just get the game. It's free, lucky bastards. But anyway, um, this will help you with your Sims fun meter, which is something that can kind of be hard to do. Hard for those who are having a tough time managing your Sims needs. But keeping your Sims fun need is always important. So, for example, like when you go to activities, let's say, for an example, like for me, like I said earlier, I love to play the guitar. Now, if I choose like or whatever, then my sim's going to gain a boost really fast in this fun need for doing something with the guitar, which means I don't requires me less time of having to do it to keep my fun need. Now, it might be the opposite if you choose you really dislike it and your thing might go down a lot. I don't know. I haven't really tested that part out. So if you, and also another tip too is that if you are somebody who wants to play it, but The Sims and you want to keep your Sims fun needs, there's ways to do it on while also taking care of other needs. Well, I can't say all, but some of them. Specifically, if you need to eat, do cooking. That way, you're taking care of two things: your hunger and your same thing with baking and whatever. Now, another thing too that you can take into consideration is trying to think here. Yeah, but there are some other things too that now with these wise, I can't say that these. I don't know for sure if these fulfill your fun needs or whatever, but these are more like for what you're looking for in a partner. And also, the thing about what you like and dislike too will also affect townies about if in their relationships with you. Because ever since now let me give you an example since I am an OG Sims 4 player. I started off with The Sims, and I can tell you, before all the updates and stuff to now, back then when you were playing it, it didn't really matter what traits and stuff you had. You could pretty much get with anyone you wanted, and stuff. But now it's kind of a little bit more challenging because now it's more diverse, I guess, if that's the right word for it. If it's not, I do apologize. But basically, now choosing your traits and more now will matter because it will also let you know your capability with someone based on your likes and dislikes. You might like the color blue, but the person you're with hates that color. So it's either you could kind of work with it or not. There are some people that are completely that probably won't like you regardless of whatever because you don't like or dislike something that they like and more. For example, let's say that you're making your sim self and you have black hair. Maybe there's a sim that you like that doesn't like you for the simple fact that you have black hair. I swear this is nothing racial or anything. I'm just saying for examples. Or let's say you might like flirting, but the person that you like doesn't. No. So, but my point is not to make it where another sim in the game is going to like you. Just go with what represents you better. you're somebody who likes, who doesn't, which you don't really care about how much your partner makes, then go for broke and wealthy. If you really don't mind either one, if you like your partner who has a sense of humor, go for that. Or if you don't like your partner having a sense of humor, which I don't know why you would, but you you do you, and do fashion and more. So these two kind of, but anyway, these two categories are one about if your will enjoy something or not, regardless of its conversation, things to do. It's and the other one is pretty much if you're, who your sim will most likely fall in love with or might have the feelings for. Or your sim is in your hands, so do with whatever them however you please. And that is going to wrap up this part here of this guide instructions to how to the importance of really thinking about making your sim what you give them as far as traits and more go. And in the next one, I will be going over places that maybe you like. Actually, no. I will be going over places that are beneficial of giving you a good head start and then also going over ones that you might want to reconsider about going to and more later down the line. And I'll go on with the worlds and more and explain more when that episode comes. But until then, I'll see you all in the next episode. I hope you all have an amazing day. Of course, as always, if no one's told you, you are amazing, and I'm glad that you're here on the world's better off with you in it. And, of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed.